So hello and good evening to all. Today is no ma'am here. I'll be taking up the class because it's my class. Since from the last two classes I have not been present. I was not well, so I am not able to take up the class. Okay. So our today's class is on enterprise resource planning. The topics which we are covering in today's class is business modeling for ERP, its aims and objectives, introduction, business modeling for ERP, and building the business model. So this is the topic for our today's class. It's better now, Kelvin. So let's start the presentation. After completing this particular PPT, we'll be knowing the factors that led to the development of enterprise resource planning systems, the modular characteristics of ERP software, the pros and cons of implementing an ERP system, and summarize ongoing developments in ERP. So as we all know that we have already taken up some of the classes in ERP before also. So enterprise resource planning is nothing but integrating all the business functions together on one platform is ERP. As the term indicates, enterprise. Enterprise means you are talking about a company as a whole. You are talking about the business as a whole. That is enterprise. So whether you talk of IT, whether you talk of operations, whether you talk of marketing, whether you talk of finance, whether you talk of HR, so integrating all these functions together, is ERP. So as you can see on the board, efficient integrated information system are very important for companies to be competitive. An enterprise resource planning system can help integrate a company's operations, acts as a company-wide computing environment. It includes a database that is shared by all functional areas. It can deliver consistent data across all business functions in real time. So efficient integrated information system are very important for companies to be competitive. That means that IT can coordinate with HR, HR can coordinate with finance, or IT can coordinate with finance. So integrating means all the systems can coordinate with every system. For example, if we take an example of, say, procurement. Now suppose you want to purchase some desktops. Say you want to purchase some desktops. Say these are desktops, and say this is, you want to purchase the desktops in IT department, suppose. Now again, so you want to purchase the desktops in IT department. Now here is your system. Say this system is in finance department. Now all accounting, tables, cash, not cash, we can, or DD, or you can say cash, you can say check, you can say NEFT. All this is being done through your finance department. Now when we purchase the system in IT, we are purchasing the systems in IT. Now since when when the vendor is submitting the invoice to the IT department, when the vendor is submitting the invoice to the IT department, it can, when the vendor is submitting the invoice to the IT department, the IT department sends it to the finance department for approval. So this is how. So you need to have a system, you need to have an integrated system which can communicate between the two. You need to have a system which can communicate with each other. That means IT department can communicate with finance department, as well as finance department can also communicate with IT department. So we can say that you need to have a system in place which can communicate with each other for making the business function smoother. So you need to have a system in place which can communicate with each other for making the business function smoother. So that's why there is a need for an integrated system. So now this problem is resolved by ERP. So what does ERP do is, this is an ERP system. Now there are many companies which deals into ERP system. One of them is Oracle, another one is SAP. Now these two companies have their different modules for ERP system. For HR they have different, say SAP HR module or SAP finance module. Similarly for Oracle there is a Oracle ERP module, Oracle EBS module. EBS means Oracle e-business module. So what does ERP do is, ERP can communicate with all the departments. Which means finance, which means HR, which means marketing, which means IT, which means operation. So we can say that with the help of the ERP system, it basically what it does, it integrates all the business functions together. Clear to everybody? Any doubts? Anybody want to ask anything? just try to understand the basic concepts. If you understand the basic concepts, there will be no problem for you to understand future things. So with the help of ERP system, it connects all the business functions together. So the evolution of information system, silos, information systems used until recently. Companies had unintegrated information systems that supported only the activities of individual business functional areas. Current ERP systems evolved as a result of advancement of hardware and software technology. Development of a vision of integrated information systems. So re-engineering of companies to shift from a functional focus to a business process focus. So computer hardware and software development. Computer hardware and software developed rapidly in the 1960s and 1970s. First practical business computers were the mainframe computers of the 1960s. Over time, computer got faster, smaller and cheaper. So this is how the computer hardware and software has evolved from time to time. We are not getting deep into that because that is not the topic for today's class, so we'll be skipping some of the slides. It's just loading. Then after that, in the 1980s, there comes a concept of the client server architecture. So client server architecture, you all people will know that there is one server, and with the help of that server, it connects to different clients at different locations, or within the same office region. Suppose you have a server installed at first floor of the office, and you have different clients sitting at second floor, third floor, fourth floor, and so on. So before ERP system was evolved, there is a concept of the manufacturing software developed during the 1960s and 1970s evolved from simple inventory tracking system to material requirement system, that is MRP software. What is the electronic data interchange? Direct computer to computer exchange of standard business documents allowed companies to handle the purchasing process electronically. So what is the management's impetus to adopt ERP? Hard economic times of the late 1980s and early 1990s caused many companies to downsize and reorganize. Stimulus to ERP development: inefficiencies caused by the functional model of business organization. That means silos of information. Since there is no ERP system, then because of that system, if you just see the diagram, suppose if there is no ERP system, then HR department will not be able to communicate with finance department, or finance will not be able to communicate with ERP department, or marketing will not be able to communicate with IT department, and so on. So you need to, because of that, there are silos in the information. That means there is a lack of communication. Silos means lack of communication. So because of which the ERP concept has evolved, which integrates all the different business functions together. So ERP integrates all the business functions together, so that there should be a smooth flow of data. So management's impetus to adopt ERP: functional model led to top-heavy and overstaffed organizations incapable of reacting quickly to change. Process business model: information flows between the operating levels without top management's involvement. Further impetus for adopting ERP systems has come compliance within the Sarbanes-Oxley Act of 2002. Then there comes the ERP software for SAP and R3. So as I have told you in the starting, you have ERP software emerges as SAP and R3. So in 1972, 5 former IBM systems analysts in Mannheim, Germany formed System Analysis and Programmentwicklung, System Analysis and Program Development, or SAP. So what is the SAP goals? SAP is one of the key players in developing ERP systems. So similarly, like SAP, we have Oracle. So as you have seen on the chat box, I have written different modules developed by SAP and Oracle. So I have written few of them. If you can just go on to Google and type the ERP modules of SAP and Oracle, you will get to know different modules they have. For supply chain management, they have a different module. For marketing management, they have a different module. For HR management, they have a different module. So you just have to install that particular system on your, you have to just install that particular software or technology on your screen, and you have the ready-made product. You can just enter all the details. So that is called the standard product. So SAP begins developing software modules. So during their work for German chemical company ICI, Plattner and Hopp had developed the idea of modular software development. So software modules, individual programs that can be purchased, installed and run separately, but that all extract data from the common database. Prabha, since you have joined late, not an issue. Our today's class is on enterprise resource planning. The topics which we are covering in today's class is business modeling for ERP. So our basic focus is business modeling today. So slowly ERP has evolved. From late 1990s, we come to the year 2000. By 2000, you have SAP AG had 22,000 employees in 50 countries and 10 million users had 30,000 installations around the world. So by 2000, SAP's competition in the ERP market, Oracle and PeopleSoft. So in late 2004, Oracle succeeded in its bid to take over PeopleSoft. So I have told you the name of the two companies into the ERP. There is one more company into the ERP solutions who develops ERP systems is PeopleSoft. So you have three players in the market: Oracle, SAP and PeopleSoft. Now moving ahead. Then PeopleSoft, founded by David Duffield, a former IBM employee. Today PeopleSoft under Oracle is a popular software choice for managing human resources and financial activities at universities. So SAP's biggest competitor began in 1977 as Software Development Laboratories. Founders Larry Ellison, Bob Miner and E.D. Oates. So new directions in ERP. Latest versions of ERP systems by SAP and other companies allow all business areas to access the same database. Elimination of redundant data and communication lags. Data to be entered once and then used throughout the organization. The new directions in ERP. Marketing and sales, production and material management, human resource and accounting and finance. New directions in ERP, current SAP ERP systems. Like I told you that there are different modules you have. Like sales and distribution, they have a different module. For materials and management, they have a different SAP module. For production planning, for quality management, for plant maintenance, for asset management, they have a different software modules for ERP. Now, what does these modules do? These modules are a developed module. So you just need to have to install them, and you can also customize them as per your requirements in the organization. Like suppose if you have a HR module. Now for HR module they have a fixed screen for that. You can enter employee details, you can enter their date of birth, you can enter their blood group, you can enter at which grade the employee had joined the organization, what is the salary which is being paid to the particular employee. All those these are the inbuilt structures. You do not have to develop or create. You just need to purchase it from the vendor. Like you can purchase it from Oracle, you can purchase it from SAP, you can purchase it from PeopleSoft, and you can get it installed on your system or within your company. So as to avail the benefits of the automatically developed system. Like see, they have a HR module, then they have a project system module, then they have financial accounting module, then they have a controlling module, workflow module, etc. So new directions in ERP, quality management, project system, plant maintenance, material management. As you see, it is the integration. That means all things is being clubbed at one place. So this is the benefit of having the ERP system. That means all HR, sales and distribution, materials, plant, project, controlling, all this is being clubbed at one place. As I have told you in this diagram, that all the functions is being clubbed at one place. So this is the beautification of the ERP system. Clear to all? Any doubts, anybody? Okay. So SAP ERP software implementation. Just moving ahead. I am skipping some of the slides because that is not of very much useful for you. So that's why I skip some of the slides, which is not needed to be explained rather. So now let us see some of the SAP ERP software features of SAP ERP. First, SAP software that could deliver real-time ERP integration, usability by large companies, high cost, automation of data updates, and application of best practices. One very important thing I'd like to share with you. See what is the concept of the software company. Suppose this is an end user company. This is an end user company. That means you are not the IT company. That means your business is not IT. Oblique. Your business is not IT oblique software. Now what does these end user companies do is they can consult a IT company. They can consult IT company purchase software product They purchases software product from IT companies for making their business process smoother. So that is the concept. So end user may be any company. It can be a retail company, retail chain, maybe a finance company, maybe a construction company, maybe a bank, any company. So these companies purchase product from the IT companies. Just a second. So these are different end user companies which purchases product from the IT companies. So in that perspective, what are the IT companies? I'll name some of them. It may be Oracle, it may be SAP, it may be PeopleSoft, it may be Microsoft, it may be Google, it may be TCS, it may be IBM, it may be Infosys, it may be Accenture, it may be Cognizant, and many more. So these are the IT companies which develop solutions for the end user companies. What is the important point to note is the end user company. What is the end user company? End user company can be a retail company, can be a finance company, can be a construction company, can be an insurance company, or any company. So this is the concept, how business runs. Clear to all? Everybody in the class? Any doubts, any clarifications? Ashok Kumar, I think you have raised the hand. You want to ask something? I think Ashok Kumar or Soni Kumar, somebody has raised their hand. So you want to ask something? You have any doubts? Please go ahead and ask your question. Just type it in the chat box. Prabha says we can choose any one of them or for particular business needs a particular software. It totally depends on your company's business, Prabha. I mean, nowadays, since business is getting too much complex, so you should, nowadays what company does is it does not rely on one software. It purchases probably 2 software or 3 software or more. What happens is, suppose if your one software is not working properly, or you are not getting, or the functionality of the particular software, the employees of the company are finding it difficult to use. So simultaneously you can switch it over to another software. So you need to have a replacement mechanism. Why you need to have a replacement mechanism? So that your business must not suffer. So it totally depends on your company needs. Now a lot of factors are there. Budget is also one of the constraints, that whether you can afford whether your company can afford more than one software or not. That is also one of the constraints. Whether your employees of the company are capable of handling or using that particular software smoothly or not, that is also one of the constraints. So there are a lot of factors which must be taken into consideration for that. Okay? Moving ahead. The significant and benefits of ERP software and systems. So more efficient business processes that cost less than those in unintegrated systems. So easier global integration. So it integrates people and data while eliminating the need to update and repair many separate computer systems. It allows management to manage operations, not just monitor them. It can dramatically reduce costs and improve operational efficiency. So these are the benefits of having the ERP system. Now what are the questions related to ERP? How much does an ERP system cost? Should every business buy an ERP package? Is ERP software inflexible? What return can a company expect from its ERP investment? How long does it take to see a return on an ERP investment? Why do some companies have more success with ERP than others? So these are some of the questions which you can probably find out on Google or internet. What is the benefits of ERP systems? Why companies prefer ERP systems? You can learn about different modules of the ERP, like they have a HR module, they have a finance module, they have a marketing module. You can find out a lot of information available on Google. So how does an ERP system cost? It depends on certain factors. One, the size of the ERP software, then the need for the hardware that is capable of running complex ERP software. That means your operating system, your servers, your networks. So all those hardwares also play a vital role, that whether it can support the ERP software or not. So you need to have the configuration, hardware configuration being decided by your infrastructure team, that whether it can support the load of the ERP system or not. So you need to have a software related to that. Then the consultants and analysis fees, the company which is installing that ERP system into your company, so you have to pay the fees for the consultants. Then you have the time for implementation and the training part. You should also train the employees of the organization where you are installing the ERP system. Prabha is asking, it's one time hire or every year renew? No, I mean the cost of the software you have to pay it once. But the licenses of the software you have to get it renewed every year. Like suppose you have a 500 people in the organization, and what you have done is you have installed the software. You have installed the software on the server. You have installed the software on the server. Now from that server, 500 clients. When I say clients, I mean individual computers or individual laptops are connected. So that means you have 500 licenses for each system. When I talk of licenses, means there are, licenses can be a user-based licenses. There are a lot of companies which gives you user-based licenses. User-based licenses means that you have to create user ID and password. There is a system-based licenses. System means for one computer there is one license. Or there is another concept called as, there are a lot of companies which provides licensing structure. Say I'll pay. Suppose what I do is suppose I am a software company. Now Prabha is the owner of some say finance company. Prabha comes to me and Prabha asks me that I want to purchase a ERP software. I say to Prabha that okay, I'll pay this particular software to you in 20 lakh rupees, Indian rupees, and you can have unlimited access. That means you can have 500 users, you can have 3,000 users, you can have 10,000 users, it does not matter. But we will have a contract for 5 years period. For 5 years, I will be charging 20 lakh rupees for n number of licenses. This is one of the way. And after 5 years, I can get the contract renewed. This is one of the way. Second option is, Prabha comes to me. I said that, okay, I'll charge 10 lakh rupees for the software. And every year on a year basis, suppose you have 500 users, okay, you have purchased 500 licenses. Next year again, you have to renew those 500 licenses. So this is how the earning of the software company happens. Otherwise, how IT companies will earn? So they have that renewal concept, or they have that AMC contract concept. AMC means annual maintenance contract. Fahad has written AMC, yes. So you can, for services which we are availing, for services we have a AMC contract. For when we talk of license renewal, so when we talk of licenses, it means we are talking of renewals. So this is how IT company generates the business. Otherwise, how IT company will earn? If Prabha purchases software from my company, then after that what will happen? How I will run my business? So that's why there is a concept of licensing, renewals, AMCs. Clear to everybody? Fahad, it is clear to you also? Okay. Now cost is being calculated by the IT companies. Now cost you can say that suppose I have purchased 500, suppose you have purchased 500 licenses at a cost of say 6 lakh rupees, 6 lakh Indian rupees. Now next year what I'll say is, before the renewals, before the ending of the 1 year renewal period, I will say that, okay, I have charged 6 lakh rupees. Now since there is a 3% inflation rate, or 3% there is a rise in price of the market, so you have to pay 6 lakh plus 3% of 6 lakh rupees. So that is the every year, since the value of the money is growing, the business is growing, the salaries are growing, the inflation is growing, so that's why the price is also rising. So what at that stage also comes the concept of negotiation. Negotiation means Prabha says, okay, I am the very old client of my company is Oracle, Prabha company is say X. So Prabha company X is, Prabha says that I am a very old customer of Oracle. So I want Oracle that since I have a good relationship with Oracle, so please give me the renewal price at the same rate as per the last year's price. So it depends on my faith on Prabha, or it depends on my relationship with Prabha's company, or my company with Prabha's company. So it depends on that relationship. I can charge something extra, or also as per the policies of the Oracle company or my company, there are certain policies that, okay, if there is a client of mine who is 5 years or 10 years old, so I can try to, since I want to retain my old customer, so that's why I can charge the same amount as per the last year's amount. So it varies, it is flexible, the cost is not fixed. It may rise, it will not decrease for sure, but it will remain constant, or it may rise. Okay, Prabha, clear? Okay. So some of the business operations and some segments of its operations might not be a good match within the constraints of ERP. So sometimes a company is not ready for ERP implementation difficulties. I'll not getting deep into that. So nothing more into that. What I'll do is now is we have what I have done is I have some questions for you. I have some quiz planned for you on management today. So I'll stop here. because that is overall more or less the ERP is. ERP is nothing very much hypothetical or nothing very much complicated. That is the overall basic concepts of the ERP. So clear to all? So shall we go on to the quiz? Yes, Tally is something different. Tally is software related to some finance. So Tally has nothing to do with ERP. Tally is altogether a different thing. Just a second, I am just sharing some of the links with you. You can just go ahead with that. Any questions you want to ask, anything, just go ahead and ask me. This is the link I have shared on the chat box. So just click on this link and you have a 15 questions quiz on management. So you have 15 minutes left right now on the class. What I'll do is, this is one of the link. Once you are done with this quiz, I'll be sharing another quiz link. So everybody just click on this link. So does everybody able to open that particular link? I think first everybody has opened their link because nobody is facing the problem. So you have to upgrade the flash player. I mean, nothing I can do in that part. You have to get the flash player updated on your system. So everybody, once you are done with this quiz, I have shared another link. I have shared right now another link with you. So once you are done with that link, click on this link. Still if time left, then I have third link also. Please open the first link. Then we can go on to the second link. Not an issue, Nixon. You have the link with you. Even if you are not able to download the flash player, you can try those questions after the class also. You can save the link on your desktop and you can try it afterwards also. That is not the problem. So are you able to solve this? Everybody, just once you are done with this, just share your scores on the chat box. How much score you have get out of 15? You have 7 minutes more left in the class. Okay, Kelvin, that's good. Let's go 12. Try the next one. Just try the next one. I have already shared the link of the second test. This is the link. You have 2 minutes 15 seconds more left.